There we go. Wow, that song just suddenly turned 1970s cartoon anime intro. Alright, super. I'm just gonna post the rules real quick. And then we're gonna do what we always do. Pinky try to take over the world. So, hello if this is your first time here. My name is Shiro. My glasses are filthy. I'm a comic artist. And what I usually do on these live streams, I talk a little bit about what happened artistically in the past week, if anything happened. And then I move on to do my weekly webcomic bootleg cookie. I have ADHD. It is unmanaged. It is unmedicated because it is not officially diagnosed, but it is like cartoonishly obvious I have ADHD, so that's why I live stream the making of my webcomic, because it's the only way to make sure I stay on a schedule. Public shaming. I am also in my 40s, that's why my glasses are very important. Yeah, a lot happened this week. Yeah. This is where you see little awkward bird flying over. I don't have special effects for my streams. I should program some. A lot of things I should do. Maybe if I had a little cheap stream deck or something. So yeah, about everything that happened, I did do a new piece yesterday. And I have never measured a piece like I have measured this piece to make sure that that moon. Hello, Paul. I'm doing well. Well, I'm doing better than this guy. Yeah. And yeah, like when I did this piece, I measured here and then I separated it in 6 sections total, just to have this moon, this red moon, like be as centered as possible, and then I just went ham. I had this idea in my head for a couple of days since the event, and now it goes. It's basically Kool-Aid Gansai Tambi, because I use my good paper and my good paint for this. You can see the difference. That any flaw in this drawing is all me this time, not the paint. This came out pretty good. Honestly, the piece came out like way better than I expected at my current art level. Like, I'm pretty proud of this one. So there's some, it's mostly Kuretake Gensai Tambi. Of course, again, mostly the Art Nouveau palette because I have a fixation. There was the regular palette in there for the black because there's no black in the Art Nouveau palette. Thank you, Paul. And some cheap black lead, not graphite, like literally colored lead. This stuff for the line art. Now, if I really wanted to get the perfect Amano look, I would need like some cold press paper because it's perfectly smooth. This is hot press, I believe, so it's got a texture. Doesn't matter, looks great. This guy is directly from the Final Fantasy II chapter, I believe. Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy 2. I know that I used the Emperor, what's his name again? The Emperor from Final Fantasy 2. That's him right here, right in the neck. I believe this guy is a little imp demon from either Final Fantasy 2 or Final Fantasy 1 in the concept art from the Sky, Volume 1 from Yoshitaka Amano. And I better not catch anybody tell me that I traced. Because first of all, you try and run a light through this paper. This is thick. Secondly, I didn't put it away. Secondly, this is on from a block, okay? It's glued on two sides. And finally, my reference Come here, you. My reference is like this, okay? Like, how the hell would I slide? Because that's the thing. When you're pretty decent at imitating different styles, you will get accused at some point of tracing, which is normal. Or using AI, which is also normal. But I don't. Kinda hard to use AI on paper. But I do not trace. Simple as that. Because where would be the fun, honestly? So now we're gonna move this up here and we are gonna go over here and move on to the reason why we're here, of course. I tell you guys that I absolutely loathe that the screen for these little guys, for the stream avatars, has to be absolutely freaking giant now. Like, my screen is 27 inches, and it's not big enough to contain all the windows that I usually have open for this shit. A tuck. There we go. But yeah, pretty happy with that. I'm not going to pretend that I was like this huge fan of Ozzy Osbourne. Like, I'm not one for metal. The metal songs I do know about is literally whatever Weird Al ever sang in his parodies or his polkas. But when you have an idea, you have an idea, and it needs to be put down on paper. Oops. Alright. We're just going to change the font to where it belongs. Now we can get started. Let's go. Have fun. Yeehaw. Anything interesting happened to you guys during the week? Woo. I'm gonna try something, guys. Started a charcoal drawing. Can show soon. Yay! Is it the same one as you showed me last time, or is it a brand new one? No new one and better. See, that's something I wouldn't be able to say. That I'm doing a charcoal drawing, and not only that it is good, but that it is better, I can't. Okay. I am left-handed, people. It is impossible. For those who are not familiar with what I'm talking about, Google Silver Surfer Syndrome. I pulled it out, I didn't even use it. If I had some smooth watercolor paper, I would probably try to use it, because like I'm using a lot of pencil when I'm doing Amano style watercolor, but what I should be using would be this beautiful liner. But the thing is, I can't get the lines as smooth as I would need them to be because of the texture of the paper. And it works better with the pencil. And he does use pencil, I'm pretty sure. Though personally, I do believe that he uses La Vie inks, and I use watercolor. It would be lovely to sit down and just ask him questions and questions and questions until he calls for security and kicks me out. I'll send you my work so far. The face is very unfinished, though. because of course I like to post my my whips on Patreon and Ko-fi. So of course I love to see other people's whips. So yeah, let me scare you guys for half a second. This little tidbit of a story happened because I have been to the hospital 4 days out of 5. 4 business days out of 5 this week. I'm fine. It was just for tests and to bring back some samples. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's just that possibly one of my organs is not operating the way it should. So we're checking what's going on with that. I am not dying. As far as I know. I'm not dying, I am just old. So yeah, I went to the hospital and they told me to go where the old emergency was, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I go there and they absolutely renovated the inside. The new emergency is its own building. Like, it's all glass, it's all mirrors. Mom went there when she accidentally took Dad's pills. And she was like, oh my god, it was like it was on TV. Which is a totally boomer thing to say. So I go there, it's completely renovated. It used to be like this huge space. And at the bottom there was like 2 desks to register yourself. But now I went in there and it was like this super cramped space with tons of little rooms, and I was like, when you're neurodivergent, changes like that, they can overwhelm you. And I just thought, well, literally the only thing I can do in this, like this giant signage everywhere. Picture sent, thank you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to your guys' face and claim I've never panicked in my life, because when I panic, I get incredibly calm. I have panicked. It's not because it doesn't come out means I don't. But at the same time, I think to myself, panicking is not gonna get us anywhere. And like, my nurse that I'm drawing right now, an absolute delight. But I strongly suspect that she is neurodivergent. Because she was really big on going back on what she did. Like, often, like, every 2 steps, she would go back on. Like, she would check her list of stickers for the vials. Again. 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 Check my arm for veins. Check her list of vials. Check my arm for veins. Couldn't, like, the first time she picked me, it was, like, way over there. And then asked me if I had fugitive veins. And I was like, usually no, because usually people will pick me here, not way over there. Nobody's going to take one of my Uncle David's shortcuts to my veins. Take two, checking see if it's better now. That seems to have worked well. Alright, we're going to keep it there. And then see how else it feels. Oh, it's gonna be great to have two videos that get copyright claimed at the same time. That's gonna be lovely. Oh, Shiro is so funny. No, this is supposed to be copyright-free music playing right now. And like at every 3 to 5 videos, I'm going to get a copyright claim. And then I have to counterclaim and remind these people that I am paying a ridiculously inflated license to play their music. You're already getting my money. See that? I restarted the stream, and my fan is acting more normal-ish again. It wasn't the 2000s earlier. I totally expected to go back to the 2000s. Right now, it's a little better. And if any of you is looking at this and thinking it's so funny that I draw myself chibi, that my feet won't reach the floor whenever I'm on a chair, I literally have a footrest under my desk, so my feet actually lean on something, and my chair is set as the at the lowest possible setting. I can't rise it up too much anyway, because then my thighs will hook into the little drawer where my keyboard is. So yeah, I am not fit to exist, basically. So that's fun. So if I'm making fun of anybody in this comic right now, it's definitely not my nurse. Like, sometimes you can tell when somebody over-explains something to you it's because they think you're an idiot. And when somebody over-explains something to you because they're neurodivergent and they're making sure that they are making themselves understood, not because they think you're stupid, but because they think they're incomprehensible. I'm doing it right now, trying to explain that I'm not making fun of my nurse. If I am making fun of anybody at this point, it's me. Because I felt so silly having to hold my arms like this. And then like this. Then realizing, oh my god. Like literally all I could do was this. I couldn't unfold my arms because I had no tape to hold down the cottons while I was bleeding. You gotta give it that. It was a very cushy chair. Like, I sunk into it and my feet were, like, slowly rising and into the chair. She also asked at one point that if she couldn't find a vein in the left arm, that we were going to have to use the hands. And I was like, for your own safety, let's leave that as like the lastest of last resorts. Then she was like, well, if I can't do it, I'm gonna go and get someone who'll be able to do it. I'm not gonna make you suffer for nothing. But she ended up being able to find a vein. Like, I don't know why she struggled to find veins. I am literally glow in the dark white with royal blue veins. So I don't know what that was about. And of course, the lower on my arm the needle, the more I'll have a reaction to it. And of course, every time she picked me, I flinched. And she was trying to look for the vein in my right arm, and she was like digging in there. It didn't hurt that bad, but it did hurt, but not that bad. And every time I was flinching, she was apologizing. That's when she decided to go to the left arm. And the left arm, it went like a charm. Like, she found that vein right away, and it was literally like... It wasn't even that bad. I still flinched, but the pain wasn't even pain. I'm not getting any warnings for drop frames again. That's good. I am getting a little bit of lag on my Wacom. So if you guys are lagging, you tell me like you just did. Oh, something happened. Danny Gonzalez has followed. Thank you for joining the party, Danny. I'm hoping it's going smooth because we've had a little frame rate issue earlier. Hello. There you are, I see you. I have no choice because now the stream avatar screen on my secondary screen is gigantic, so I can't miss you. There is a chat delay for sure. Yeah, if you're talking about the stream avatar stuff, there is indeed a delay. I am doing my best with what I have. Now, for those who are watching and don't know, I'll also post a little short on Wednesdays because I am currently on an art challenge of filling up a whole mini sketchbook with the RPG portrait. What I'm making right now, I am making my weekly webcomic, Bootleg Cookie. It is an autobiographical comic. That is then posted on Tapas and Webtoon on Fridays. For those wondering about Smack Super Mario Adventures Continued, there is going to be a Smack Direct at the beginning of next month. We're just waiting on Beth to do her lines so that Gabe can then put the video together and send it to me so I can put it up on this channel and you guys will know what is going on with the Super Mario Adventures Continued. Unless you're already subscribed to my Patreon and Ko-fi, then you know damn well where it's going right now. I will add that on Instagram and Blue Sky right now, there's artists that decided to make their own headcanon of Smack's Princess Leech and Lazy. Lazy is not a princess, Leech is. And I've been reposting them. And I'm always partial to fan art. It's not like I got this huge, like, lore book about these two characters. Literally, Gabe asked me to design them, and that's it. So, if somebody wants to have some headcanons about them, sure. There are some times when I've had to correct people on Smack characters. There was a long time, for like obvious reasons, mind you, where people thought that Snack and Brunch were the same girl, because I had made a lunch reference with Brunch by giving her Bad Launch's blonde hair. And then later on, when we needed another, because Brunch got fired, when we needed another Bowser Soldier, I went ahead and made Snack. And then people were like, well, I thought she was fired. And I was like, no, it's her twin sister. They're twins. They're sisters. To a point that even on the Smack TV Tropes page, because Smack has a TV Tropes page, it was stated that Brunch and Snack were the same person. Then Gabe made an account and he was like, no, there's two of them. There's two of them. And I made an art with Snack and Brunch together. Since then, Snack made a couple more appearances. Her most recent one being in the one right before The Fun and Dysfunctional. There we go. Because the last one was It's a Wonderful Life. And I keep telling you guys, very important, when pronouncing the title to It's a Wonderful Life, you have to quack. The quack is extremely important. It's a wonderful life. That's how you can make the difference between the movie and the Waluigi segment. So yeah, stay tuned. We will have a new Smack Direct eventually. Supposed to be early next month, because something else is happening early next month, and we kind of have a timing on that going on. Now, if I was sure that the video was made and over and ready to upload, I would say the exact date, because I know the date when it's supposed to be done. But like I said, we're still waiting on Beth. Another thing that I love, and by love I mean I hate, is when people will correct me on my own comics. Like, I've literally had someone tell me that the author said that they were finishing the comic at It's a Wonderful Life. To me. And I was like, when the fuck did I ever say that? Are you sure about what you're saying? Are you absolutely certain? Can you cite me a source on that? Another time, I don't remember what it was exactly, but somebody asked a question in the comments of the voiced version of the comic. And I answered the question because I know it's my comic. And I was basically told the polite 12-year-old girl version of fuck off, this is none your business. Just, you know, without the fuck off, but, you know, with the vibe of a fuck off. And you got Insta? Yeah, I got Insta. So Very Unofficial. Just look up So Very Unofficial everywhere. That's me. I am also warning you, I don't know how old you are, but I am much older than that, probably. Insta's a good place to keep an eye on my comic updates and my art. Because this is going to be hard to believe, but I don't always draw like this. I have other art styles. This is my comic style, because it's easy. I am capable of such feats as anatomy. Also, one thing I will warn people, if people are asking like questions meant to turn into a debate, like simple questions, you know, that's fine. That's not a problem. But yeah, of course you did. Yay. I once was lost, but now am found. Found me on Instagram. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna upset the dog under my desk. Like simple clarifying answers to certain questions about the comic itself. I will probably answer them, because I like helping. Big existential questions about canon, actual canon, and stuff like that are meant to keep me talking and have a conversation, I usually do not answer those. Because usually they're asked by psychopaths. And they just want to get mad in the comments, because when I say I won't answer the question, they get mad anyway, and then they threaten my life. So, yeah, I'm not participating in that. Case in point, for those who weren't here, I once had somebody, like, with the way they were typing, probably a kid, try to get me to talk about who would be stronger between Bowser's troops and Robotnik's, what's the name of that? You can tell I'm a Nintendo NB and not a Sonic, and not a Sega NB. No good Nicks? Bad Nicks. Bad Nicks. There we go. And I was like, I don't know. And then they started, answer the question! Like, no! And then they got mad and started cussing me out. Excuse me, this is my Divine Art page. The only person allowed to cuss on my art is me. Like, excusez-moi, girlfriend. What? Oh yeah, Paul, is this the first time on your internet? On the internet? You did not get threatened yet? With various things? And I'm not done. That guy, after I blocked him for telling him that he was great at decision making and that cussing me out was the best idea ever, he then went... He asked that on one of the Smack episodes. Yeah, it's all related. It's a big conspiracy. he went on the voiced version hosted by Hype Voice Acting, who does the official voice versions of the comics. He went in the comments of the matching episode, and he said that he was building an army to kill me. Oh yeah. Look at me. Look at me. I am 42 years old. I am completely out of shape. Clearly. You don't need an army, okay? You just need something high in fat and carbs. It's gonna be delicious. What a way to go. But you don't need an army. Like, dude, budget your shit, okay? Just send a really big McDonald's to my place. I'm gonna kill over, no problem. So, of course, before I knew this was happening, because keep in mind I blocked a kid, because I do not entertain edgy kids, okay? Like, he did this all by himself, on an account I have no view, no control, no nothing on. To threaten me, and Hype was like, look, I don't know what your beef with Shiro is, but you shouldn't be saying stuff like this in my comments. And the kid replies, who's Shiro? We're going to kill so very unofficial. And I'm like, that's me, same idiot. Same moron right here. So, fun fact, this is what happens when a female presenting person says no to a male presenting person. And that's why whenever somebody gets told, well, why didn't you say no? They turn around and point at a situation like this. Because boys have zero chill. I'm not going to dignify this person with the moniker of man. Like, I'm just sitting here like, why are you like this? Like, let's put it like this. I have all the time in the world to help somebody art-wise. You need art advice, help? The stuff I don't know, I will look it up and I will send you the documentation. If you want to have a conversation just to have a conversation, go look at somebody in your own age bracket. Because guess what? Other than this comic, I also have to color a comic to draw Super Mario Adventures Continued. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I do some art for myself, as shown here. It's on my socials, you can go and look at it. It's the Ozzy Osbourne tribute picture. I have commissions open, so I have to do commissions before I even think about doing art for myself. I still got one I gotta do, actually. Hi, Coco! I just finished recapping the last time somebody said they were going to kill me online. I don't want to hear. Maybe you should take these seriously, because sometimes they can like dox you and find you and go and kill you. And I will take it seriously when the other person has actual grammar control, stuff like that. It's ungodly hot out, and sleeping in the one cool room is really all I can stand doing. Yeah, here it's pretty okay. Like, I got a little fan on, but it's more for my computer than for me. Man, it's rather windy out too, so that's... Like, I'm pretty lucky, all things considered, today. Whoops. Wrong layer. I wish you popsicles. Can I see the... Oh my god, it is written so small. I believe we're up to 35% on our goal for my current throne gift. Yay. At least thanks to you guys, I can afford some cool stuff. I literally just spent money on having to buy yet another ink cartridge for my printer. 31C and not done yet. The heat index is making it 35C. We don't get this hot here usually. Well, Coco, knowing where you live, that is because you are in hell. Who am I making fun of right now? Not Coco. And we will leave it at that because we're trying not to get in trouble. But we're getting tired of trying not to get in trouble. Because as previously stated, whenever I try not to get in trouble, I get in the worst trouble possible. Like, I do not wish to discuss Bowser versus Robotnik or Eggman or whatever. Oh yeah, well, I'm going to kill you. We might be a little dramatic here, honey. See what I was talking about earlier about that neurodivergent urge to explain yourself so you're not misconstrued? I don't have time to be misconstrued. I just show up and people get pissed off. So at this point, might as well do what I want, is what I say. A little bluer. That's a bit too bright though. Oh, that, yeah, there we go. I mean, as we saw in the previous comic that was trying to set up the disappointment that I'm drawing right now, I have this uncanny ability of pissing off people by just showing up. Because how dare I exist deliciously on my own time, in my own house. We're almost done. And it only took one crash of the stream. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna have to brag for 5 seconds. This is really good water. Coco knows why I brag, because we're not hooked up to the aqueduct of the town. We have our own well. And, wow. Like, we have this huge filter, but we still get a lot of minerals in it. So I, personally, have never broken a bone in my own body. Yeah. Tweedly dee tweedly dee. Tweedly diddly 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 dee. Tweet. Tweet. Tweedly dee. Pocket sand. Thank you for a great show, Shiro. Your comic looks awesome. Thank you, Paul. I like to imagine Paul copy-pastes that specific reply every time. And he's just waiting for a certain time in the live stream to go click. Let me have my head cannons. Remember that time somebody threatened to kill me? Oh yeah, great show, Sharon. Great show. That was a good time. Now, if I was wondering why the title No Tape, it is literally a joke on the Incredibles. No cape! That's it. That's just it. Doesn't go any deeper than that, folks. Mon Dieu, mais je sais pas viser aujourd'hui. Oh yeah, fun facts for people who are new here. I'm French. As if you could not tell with the accent. I'm not that kind of French. I'm the other kind of French, tabernacle. I'm that French. Maybe this would work better if I actually, you know, colored her eyes again in the second panel. Alright, oh, that, we are done. That's nice. That's lovely. So you know what that means. It is time to give extra... Whoa! Okay, sorry about that. You guys wouldn't have been able to see that. The Streamlabs chat just suddenly unfurled completely. It was a... So, yeah, as I was saying, it is time to give extra special caramel drizzled rainbow sprinkled chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, and all the other platforms that I'm on, because I desperately need money to feed my fat ass and my dog. So, extra special thanks to Amber B, Paul K, Miss Unvis, Sir E, Other Blah 6, Matthew H, Laura S, Bad at Multiplayers, Winter the Kitten, and of course the part-time support booties, Super Dude at 808, and Rocket Mouse. Your continued adorable Shiro Kitty, thank you. Your continued and part-time support is always appreciated. Next live stream, because I do believe we're going to have a twofer. Yes, we are! Next live stream is going to be next weekend. So that means August 2nd and 3rd, because there's going to be a color challenge live stream on Saturday, and then the usual bootleg cookie live stream on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, both times. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time, I don't know you, I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun trying it. I'll see you guys next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I love you all, and bye-bye.